I hope I'm not blocking.
Thank you, Your Excellencies. The President somehow blew your cover while you were away, telling Nigerians that you were in Saudi Arabia for a mission. Can we get to know what you have gone there to achieve?
Thank you very much. Once again, I will first of all say compliments of the season, happy holidays, New Year, Happy New Year in advance to all of us. And we pray for a bountiful New Year. Yes, you are right. I had the honor of leading a delegation from His Excellency, Mr. President, that included the representative of the CBN governor, the deputy governor, of course, the Honourable Minister for Budget and Economic Planning, the special advisor to Mr. President on finance and the economy, and the member of the Presidential Economic Coordination Council. We all went really to follow up on the economic diplomacy, the incisive, robust, and of course, exhaustive economic diplomacy that His Excellency, Mr. President, has carried out around the world, on all the continents, whether it's South America, Brazil, whether it's Asia, China, India, Europe, Germany, France, everywhere. It was in continuation as a follow-up to ensure that the inroads and successes that he has made with, in this case, in Saudi Arabia, the burgeoning, developing relationship with His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. Just twice in the last year or so, Mr. President has been in Saudi Arabia, has had meetings with the Crown Prince, and of course, they would, amongst other things, they'll clearly talk about trade, talk about investment, talk about economic cooperation, talk about financial cooperation and collaboration. And we just followed up on some of those leads across the various opportunities that are there for foreign direct investment, for trade partnerships, and for even financial investments. You all know, and we all heard, that Saudi Arabia, the Saudi Agricultural Livestock Investment Company, has just around the 23rd of December increased its investment in Olam by a $1.2 billion additional investment. So it is that type of transaction that Mr. President has taken the steps of stabilizing the Nigerian macroeconomic environment to encourage such and to attract such. And of course, that is an example of the success of the strategy followed by Mr. President. Thank you.
Okay, I would just like to follow up, sir. Part of our duties as the press is to try and simplify it for Nigerians. So if I was to ask you right now, what was the takeaway? You followed up, yes. What did you bring back?
I'd say what we have brought back is investment. What we have brought back is foreign exchange. What we have brought back is jobs for Nigerians. If you look at the demographics of Saudi Arabia, to the extent that they are investing abroad, they are not going to be exporting their people. They're not like some of the other big populous countries of Asia. So clearly, where they invest, that is jobs. for Nigerians. So that's the simplest way I would put it. Of course, the Olam transaction was a long time in the works. It was first discussed, I remember, or we first discussed it at the first business council last year that was held in Saudi Arabia. But once again, the simplest way to put it is that the proof of the pudding is definitely in the eating. And when you see jobs being created, foreign reserves of Nigeria being added to, that is success that all Nigerians can understand, notwithstanding the fact that Mr. President is keen and is committed to reducing inflation, particularly food inflation, making food more affordable and available. We're in the middle of tri-season farming. Every effort is being made to ensure that we have a bountiful dry season harvest. We bring down the price of food, we bring down inflation, the cost of living for the average Nigerian. Thank you.
I think maybe, I don't know how you evaluate achievement, because once your president is respected around the world, once your president is respected in a country, that is an achievement in itself. Some of you were there when Mr. President did the first visit to Saudi Arabia, and at the meeting, business forum council meeting, the Minister of Investment of Saudi Arabia compared our president with the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. And I think that is profound, because they don't do those things just for the optics of it. They are very, very serious about those equivalent. And in this visit where we met the Minister of Finance, Minister of Economy and Planning, Minister of Energy, as well as other deputy and vice ministers, you can see clearly that the Saudis are seen in President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu here is somebody who is changing his society like they did theirs. Because the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman, was faced with a situation with the people who believe they are wealthy, and they are wealthier than Nigeria, and therefore they felt entitled. And he came as a leader. He said, well, you might be rich, you might be entitled, but our economy is not facing the right direction. So he introduced reform measures, which are unusual in Saudi Arabia. Removal of fuel subsidies, not because you want to punish the people. Introduction of BAT legislation. In fact, I have a receipt here. When I ate food, I noticed that the BAT is 15%. Electricity tariffs. The driver that drove me told me that sometimes his electricity bill is higher than his monthly rental income. But today, Saudi Arabia is turning into a wonderland, an amazement, investment, money is flowing. So they appreciate our president, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is even facing a greater challenge, but yet he took on those reforms. And you can see clear confirmation that we won't stand by this leader, because he has done everything humanly possible. He has taken risks that are unusual, and they celebrate his courage and capacity. And I think that is for me, that is a number one achievement for our country. So all our engagements with Saudi officials demonstrated that confidence, and that we are confident investments will follow, and the relationship will blossom such that our reserves and our economic ties will improve with the kingdom.
Just simply.